Here with head coach Victor Santa Cruz. Coach coming off of a loss to Central Washington. Next, you guys are going to be playing Simon Fraser, another GNAC opponent. But first, let's talk about the game this past Saturday up in Central. What did you see from your team, and what did you see from Central as well?
Yeah, it's a tale of two cities. It's one you've got. I thought, hats off to Central. I thought that they played well. They played fast. They got to some base system stuff that they felt they did well. I could tell that they changed quite a bit, even from the week prior. They've changed, and every coaches, you're always trying to figure out a way to do that. I say with us is that we're still on the come as far as growing up our football team. You don't want to go through a season like this, but once again, it's seasons, and the season we have right now is that you have a rash of injuries from the very beginning. To a lot of newcomers learning to play football, learning how to handle a game, how to handle all the ebbs and flows of a game. None of that is an excuse, because we don't believe in excuses. Whereas for us, it's how do you give us something? Well, hey, how do we direct and go better and get better? And that's our whole job, and that's my job. It's ultimately right now, this is on me, and I know I talked to the coaches this morning. Is I'm going to continue to cast the vision and the direction that we need to go to get better for this week one, just 1 week. All we're working on is 1 week. But I did see for all 60 minutes for our guys that they're still playing hard. But when you watch the film, it's the inexperience pops up. And every single week we have new guys that are having to step in there because, whether the rash of injury bug, whatever it may be, the water in the city of Azusa, I have no idea. But it's one of those things that happen. And as a coach, you got to be able to handle it. And so we're handling it in the sense of we're getting these younger guys up to speed as quick as we can and making sure we adapt our systems that fits their strengths and not just try to force a square peg in a round hole. I thought ultimately our kids had a great week of practice, and the bye week helped us have some rest. But there's just things that you got to play the game. There's things you've got to be able to see. Your nervous system has been in that situation. I would love to download it like the Matrix, and so that they have it in them. But there's some things we got to grow through. I don't like going through these valleys, but understanding that this is the valley that we're just learning and growing. And for our staff, it's our job as a staff to lead our guys through it, because this generation that's playing ball for us right now is the generation that'll be the next heroes, the next group that you're going to have the legends of what APU football is all about. So, by all means, we are fired up to play this week. We are fired up to get to work this week. I can't wait to continue to go to the film, keep showing the guys, hey, this is what we have, the opportunities at hand, because there's a lot of opportunities at hand.
And next opponent, Simon Fraser, GNAC opponent. You guys went up to Canada a few weeks ago and beat them. Yeah. But obviously there's been a few games since then. So what have you seen in terms of Simon Fraser?
Well, it's like any program. You're hoping you're trending up, and so what you look at Simon is they are trending up. They're figuring out what they can do better, and I think overall I have the highest respect and regard for Simon Fraser. Every game since we've been playing them since 2012, they play tough. They're all in for the whole game, and that is one of the DNA deals that those kids have, and I think they're doing that. They're showing against a Dixie State team that they're competing hard. It comes down to this week is all about us. Thankfully we get to be home this week. We've had one home game in the last 6 weeks, and so now it's a chance to be home for a 3-game stretch. I think that chance to be home helps us play more guys on the special teams. It helps us also not have to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning on a Friday to catch a plane to get to the LAX. But that's, once again, it's those the opportunities you have by having some home time. The way the schedule fell this year, it's difficult, but it's not. But hey, it is what it is, and we just want a chance to play football anywhere, anytime. So you look at Simon. We know you're always going to be up for a tough game with them, and everyone else that thinks otherwise, they aren't in it. They aren't in the trenches. They aren't there live watching these kids play, and I think that's why we always enjoy playing them, because it's going to be a really good competition. They scheme well. They're well coached. So it's going to really bring for us that challenge that you got to keep growing it. So that's what we're looking forward to this week.
Thanks, Coach, and best of luck.
All right. Thank you very much.